Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brad, the DC Universe Geek, and today I will be reviewing the MEZCO 1/12 Collective No Pants Pixie Shoes Robin the Boy Wonder. Yes, I love the classic too. I'm just saying that if I committed a crime and then I saw this guy coming at me in a dark alleyway, I'm not sure if I would be more scared because he isn't wearing any fucking pants or because he must have gigantic balls of steel to come and try to beat me up dressed like a circus acrobat. Look at all these fantastic pictures. On the top, we have the classic 1/12 Collective Pose Play Display. And on the back, we have a plethora of interesting things to look at, such as extra hands, multiple heads, and a breather, and bat cuffs, and a punchy-doo, and another that thing, and a batarang with a rope, and some more different batarangs, and Robin swinging a bola, and the stand, and the arm. Not to mention some more imagery that would have been showcased on the MEZCO 1/12 Collective website, showing exactly just how your imagination can run wild with this adult collectible action figure. On the side, we have a nice picture of Dick and fantastic colorful green and yellow artwork. Warning, a choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years. But really, they're like, don't give it to anybody who is not 18 years of age or older. Delightful. Now, let's open him up, which I promise you for really real, I haven't done yet. It might look like it because I just opened the box, but I promise you, I have not yet opened this MEZCO 1/12 Collective Robin figure who has clearly been suffocated under a sheet of plastic. Okay, box, I gotta move you out of the way because people really want to see this. This is the 1/12 Collective welcome piece of paper, which I turned into a paper airplane. Coming in for a landing. Now it's time to open up the package and get all of the stuff out. It all fell down, thanks to gravity. Ooh. Oh, his cape is stuck in there, darn it. Looks like we're opening up the back. There's his cape, it's got a bag on it. No wonder it won't come out. Robin's got plastic coming out of his, underwear. Do I gotta take his underwear off? All right, spread him, lad. Let's try and get this plastic off of you. Okay, all right, it's good. Crisis averted. We don't gotta take Robin's schwutz off. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Why don't we look at it all individually and then set it up and make it look more purty? Okay, so for starters, here's a look at the 3 heads up close. Mr. Straight Face, Mr. Laughing Face, and the one where he looks like he's probably saying something a little witty, but also kind of annoyed at the same time. Like, holy shut the fuck up, Riddler. Honestly, we'll take a closer look at these head sculpts later in the video. For now, let's move them out of the way. We've also got 2 yellow, 2 black and red, and 2 green and black batarangs. I just know they're really small. Like, look at the size of my pinky finger next to this batarang. Prime suspects to get vacuumed up. Then we got the swooshy punch. Not bad. Doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks like a toboggan from this angle. An old school toboggan. And this will fit right on his fist. You got this bad boy right here. What is it again? Aha! I read the back of the box. It is a punch impact effect. We got this fantastically made pair of handcuffs. And because it's MEZCO 1/12, you know what these handcuffs will do. They will open up. I'm betting that these bad boys, yeah, see? They actually open up. And you can see they have little tiny hinges. Well, those are a neat accessory. Oxygen rebreather, his little divey thing. Can I make this any bigger? Yeah, look at that. That's a neat little accessory. And it'll fit right on top of his face. And then as you can see, he comes with 3 more extra sets of hands. Open slappy face hands. Open splayed finger doing stuff hands. Batarang gripping hands. Those are great hands for grabbing the batarang. And of course, he comes with the 2 fists that come on the body. And we have his bolo swinging hand. I think that's a bolo. Oh, never mind. My mistake. I'm a dum-dum. That's a spinning sling. That's what this bad boy looks like from the front. And that's what this thing looks like from the back. And then there's this batarang that is attached to a string. Here is the base for the action figure stand up close. When you pop out the foot peg and then place the base down, put the arm in the hole, and ta-da! We have an action figure base with an arm. Pretty much MEZCO standard fare. So let's put all this stuff back here. Create a pleasant looking scene. Oh, and also, as far as standard fare accessories go, we got the zippy lock bag, and that is for putting your weed in. Or, and hear me out, you can put your accessories in here that you're like, I don't want to lose those. You could put them in here, and you can write Robin on this little blank spot, or where are his pants, or something like that, and you're good to go. And then, why don't we just stick our little dick right here in the very middle of the frame. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just move things around and zoom in a little bit. There, I moved things around a little bit more. We're gonna move old Dicky Poo over, and there we go. That's about as good as it gets. He's just a little figure. He's a small figure is what he is. But nonetheless, this here is the sum total of everything we got in the box. Nice. Now let's take a closer look at the figure. So Dicky Bird here is actually a figure that I wasn't planning on getting, and then I was, and I pre-ordered it, and then I canceled it, and then it came out, and I was like, oh, I has to have it. So then I actually ordered it. I really like what they did with his tunic, and specifically, not only how tidy and neat the tunic looks, like that does look neat. I kind of wish there was a hem around the bottom of his tunic here, but I do like the R for Robin. I love the look of that symbol, and the strings that go across the front of his tunic here. You can actually see they're not just, you know, thinly painted. There's actually, see there's some level there. They're kind of raised, and the yellow is raised off the black. I'm not sure if that's coming up for you, but that is a neat kind of little extra detail there. You got the collar. The collar is definitely hanging down a little bit. I wonder if I can maybe put a little bit of life in it. Is the collar wired? Ooh, and I think that the collar is fastened to this suit. So it just is where it is. That's where the collar is. You have this kind of shiny-ish sort of t-shirt-like material for Robin's sleeves. I do think that his arms could do to be a little bit higher up, just because he looks a little slopey-shouldered. And I do think they did a pretty good job on his belt. It actually looks like leather. And if you look real close, you can actually see the threading around the top and bottom of his belt. Nice little added detail to this belt that already is textured. The gloves have been well done as well. You can see like the seams along the center of the glove there and the rims around the top. For me, these trunks are a little bit problematic. They do have, ooh, looks like he took a dump in his shorts. Like, I do like the fact that they look pretty much like the scale mail sort of, not really armor, it just looks like scales that the original Robin wore for his shorts. I just don't like how far these bad boys hang down. It does need to be accurate to the character, so I may end up trimming and folding these shorts up underneath. You got his spindly little legs. They're all right. The skin color, the flesh tone, for not only the legs, but really, I mean, the whole figure, the flesh tone looks pretty good, pretty even. They are shiny. They are shiny, like he maybe uses a certain kind of moisturizer on his legs. And then, of course, we have his little pixie boot shoes, which have some detail that you wouldn't think. So the actual tops of the boots are a matte green, and the bottom, the sole of the shoes is actually a shinier green. And again, detailed right to the max. The cape for this figure is an area that maybe is just a wee bit weird and frustrating. The collar area of the cape is not actually attached to the cape. So that's one. They're separate pieces. It's kind of strange. And then you have this like sewed, the stitched pleating on the back of the cape. So this cape can't really spread out much. I mean, not that it really could. Anyway, like you're looking at this like fairly thin strip, and that's what you get. Like that just is what it is anyway. Which then, to me, begs the question, why is it wired? I mean, I guess it's wired for him to like, you know, have the cape in like a pose where he's like running, right? He's like do do do, da da da, da da da, da da da, da da. You get the point. Robin's noodle sculpt's up close. We're going to start with the smiling face. His noodle sculpt is actually pretty good. This looks classic-y, classic-y, classic. You can see his little mask going all the way around the back of his head. They've done a great job in sculpting his hair. He kind of has, you can see he's kind of got a little bit of a, they're giving just a little bit of a bowl cut. There's like a line that goes all the way around his head like that. Not bad though, and I like it when he has, you know, the curls right here on the front of his face like that, on the front of his hair. And then here's the head sculpt that they gave us that is supposed to resemble when Robin is in the public restroom and he sees a dude take a whiz and then leave without washing his hands. And then this is the face that Robin makes when he needs to use the public restroom and he sees that the guy who didn't wash his hands also peed all over the seat. Okay, so now we've come to a fun part of the video for a lot of you, and that's where I bring in some other little dicks to compare my new one to. And you can see that my new dick is definitely a little bigger than both of the McFarlane and the old school DC Direct Dick Robin. In keeping with the comparative fun, I've brought in the Superpowers Collection Robin, and we have the Burt Ward Robin action figure from McFarlane Toys as part of their Batman 1966 classic TV show action figure line. And here we have a fun case of the future meets the past with the first Robin action figure that MEZCO 1/12 Collective released. Now, of course, this video would not be complete until we compare him to some Batman action figures. So we have two Golden Age Batman figures here. On the left, it's the MEZCO 1/12 Collective, and on the right, it's the McFarlane Toys. Clearly, Robin is actually more in scale with the McFarlane Toys Batman than he is with the MEZCO 1/12 Collective Golden Age. Okay, and now I think it's prudent if we find out exactly how articulated this Robin is. What can he and can't he do? Well, for starters, he can look down. He's like, yo man, I can see down there. I can see up there. That's actually pretty good. He looks pleased about it. He can bobble around all like that. And then as far as the arms go, there's a lovely beyond T pose. And of course, they're going to go around 360. However, I just want to let you know that the shirt will get in the way. So really, you're only looking at like, I'm going to try. I'm going to push. I'm going to see how far I can get that to. Ooh, you can see what happens to the shirt when you go all the way around though. Anyway, you can get 360. He's got a bicep swivel. Do you see that there? There it is. It's a bicep. Let's swivel it. Woo, round in a circle. He also has a double jointed elbow, and he actually has two double jointed elbows because, you know, two is better than one. And you've got his wrists, which are on this here rounded hinge, and that to that to that to that. Swivelly peg, round in a circle. What does he have in the torso? Let's find out together. I'm assuming there's an articulation cut right here. And then on the waist. That's what I'm assuming. Yep, there is one. Don't expect to do much with it on account of the tunic. The tunic will absolutely get in the way of what he can and can't do. And you really don't want to push it much anyway, because you don't want to wreck the tunic. You don't want to wreck the work on the tunic. But there are articulation points there. And, you know, he can move around to an extent. Not a huge extent, but there's some, you know. You've got more torso forward than a McFarlane figure, so, you know, there's that. And then down here, we're gonna look at his little Robin groin. We've got two little rounded ball joints, little ball knuckles there, and his legs can go forward quite far, and then they can go out also quite far. And what does he have in the approximation of a thigh cut? He actually has quite a bit. That's actually pretty good. I like that. That's about as much as a normal human being would get, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect and through the roof, but that is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, this is what I wish all McFarlane figures got right here. This amount right here. He's got the double jointed robin knees like that, and they are very good. I like those a lot. And then we have, what does he have down here in the ankle? He's got ball joint forward, down, around. Of course, they're going to pivot because they're a ball joint. They are not a hinge. And that is the sum total of what this robin has for articulation. Okay, so what do I think about this robin figure? Because we've looked at everything. Up close, far away, articulation, comparisons. We've done it all, folks. So what do I think about MEZCO 1/12 Collective attempt at a classic robin figure? Is it good or is it garbage? Well, I tell you, I like it. I like it a lot. I think that it is a fantastic robin figure, probably the best robin based on this time period and this age of Dick Grayson. I think this is probably the best for the golden age. And it's nice to have a robin to go from the Batman of that same time period. That is fantastic. The colors for this robin, in my opinion, are perfect. They got the suit also near perfect, except for the trunks. I wish that the trunks, the shorts, the briefs looked a little different. I wish they were higher up, but everything else, I'm satisfied, definitely satisfied with this figure. Which means, yes, I recommend it to you as someone who may or may not be sitting on the fence about this. If you are on the fence, I say go snag this little bird boy up as soon as you can, because he's only gonna last so long and he is definitely going to sell out fast. Anyway, those are my thoughts, viewpoints, observations, and opinions about the MEZCO 1/12 Collective Classic Robin the Boy Wonder action figure. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you all with the next one. Have yourself a super awesome DC day, everybody, and take care.